Okay, let's dive in. It feels like AI is absolutely everywhere these days, right? It's quickly becoming a standard tool in the workplace, and, understanding it isn't just for the tech experts anymore, it's for everyone. So we're going to get you up to speed on the absolute basics of artificial intelligence. To get us started, I want you to just hold on to this one idea. Think about it like this. Knowing the rules of the road makes you a safer, more effective driver. Well, it's the same thing with AI. Understanding the basics helps you navigate this whole new world, reach your goals, and yeah, avoid some of those potential roadblocks. It's really all about being an informed driver, not just a passenger along for the ride. So, to really get a handle on artificial intelligence, we've got to start with that second word, intelligence. I mean, before we can even talk about the artificial kind, we need to have a really clear idea of what it is we're trying to replicate. Which means, first, we got to take a look at ourselves. For our purposes here, when we say intelligence, we mean something pretty specific: the human ability to perform cognitive tasks. It's basically the engine that powers how we think and get things done. But what exactly is a cognitive task? Well, a cognitive task is really just any mental activity your brain is doing. It's the work of thinking. I mean, every single time you try to understand a new concept, learn a new skill, or even just remember where you put your keys, you're doing a cognitive task. It's like the software that's constantly running in our brains. And just think about what these things are. They're the absolute core of our daily lives, right? Thinking through a tough problem, learning from a mistake you made, making a big decision, these aren't just abstract ideas. They are the literal building blocks of what makes us intelligent. As humans, our cognitive skills are, well, they're incredible. We can solve unbelievably complex problems and make all sorts of nuanced decisions. But, and this is a really big but, we also have limits. Specifically, there's only so much information we can process at any one time. Our brains, as amazing as they are, can definitely get overwhelmed. So, if we have these awesome cognitive abilities, but we also have these limits, how do we push past them? Well, this is where our vehicle comes into the picture. Let's jump into our next section and see how all this starts to build a real definition of artificial intelligence. This brings us to a super crucial point. You shouldn't see AI as a replacement for us, but as an extension of us. Where we have those cognitive limits, AI can extend our reach. Where we work at, human speed, it can seriously speed up problem solving, especially when you're dealing with massive, massive amounts of data. Okay, so with that in mind, we can finally land on a clear definition. Artificial intelligence is all about computer programs that can complete those cognitive tasks we were just talking about, the ones we usually associate with human intelligence. So the key takeaway here is that AI is designed to do the work of thinking. And if you strip away all the hype and all the mystery and the science fiction stuff, this is what it really boils down to. It's not magic, it's math. AI programs are built to take in a bunch of data, use mathematical models to find patterns and learn from it, and then help us out with our cognitive tasks. And this idea that AI is a process, not some kind of magic wand, that's incredibly important. It has the potential to seriously improve how we work and how businesses operate, but only if we approach it the right way. So, let's talk about the right mindset to have. This is a vital reality check. Just like you wouldn't use a Ferrari to haul a bunch of furniture, you can't just throw AI at any old problem and expect a perfect result. Like any advanced tool, how effective it is depends completely on how well we understand it and how skillfully we use it. So, using AI effectively really takes careful thought and consideration. The key is to first see it for what it is, an incredibly powerful tool. Then, you've got to understand what it can do, what it's good at, and, just as important, what it's not. And finally, you use it strategically to play to its strengths. And that brings us to the end of our little foundational tour. We've defined intelligence, we've talked about our own cognitive limits, and we've framed AI as this powerful tool that just uses math to extend our own abilities. But this is really just the beginning. Remember that driving metaphor from the beginning? Think of this explainer as you passing your written test. You now know the basic rules of the road, but the real discovery, that happens when you actually get behind the wheel and start to explore. So now that you know what it is, does that make you a little curious about how it all works? Like, how does a machine actually learn from data using just math? It's a pretty fascinating process, and it powers so much of the tech we use every single day. And maybe this is the most important question of all. How can this tool enhance what you do? When you think about the cognitive tasks you perform every day, where could a tool that extends your own abilities make the biggest difference? That's the road ahead. And believe me, it's wide open for exploration. Thanks for joining me.